property that I wish I had bought. It was a full site in Ellerslie, $205,000. And I drove past this house every day for months, and I saw the for sale sign and I took no action because I held a deep-seated fear that I didn't deserve that property. And I learned that limiting beliefs and fear can rob us of opportunities. To examine these thoughts and challenge them and not let them decide our future.
I once found what I believe once in a decade opportunity. The only problem, the major banks wouldn't let me at the time. Looking back, I had another option. I could use a finance company to secure the deal, then refinance back to a bank later, but I hesitated. By the time I made up my mind, the property was gone. That experience taught me a valuable lesson. Don't just look for great deals. Have multiple finance strategies ready. Sometimes the biggest cost isn't paying a slightly high interest rate. It's missing an opportunity you never get back.
The one that sticks with me was a property I missed because I tried to save 20,000. I put in a conservative offer and someone else bought it for just a little more. At the time, 20,000 felt like a lot of money. Looking back, that property would have made me 10 times that amount. The lesson? Don't focus only on what you are paying today. Focus on what the right property could be worth over the next 10 years. Sometimes the cheapest decision ends up being the most expensive one.
What's the property that got away? Well, I've got one, and I still remember it very well because it was in double grammar zone. And back then, most of Auckland properties were selling around that 5 to 600k mark. And I went to auction for this and it started getting into the sevens. And I looked at it and thought, there's no way. Who's going to pay that? This is absolutely bonkers. And I chickened out and walked away. Now, somebody else bought it. And today, when I look at online estimates, it's worth around 1.7 million. So every time I think about that property, I kind of realized I wasn't going to overpay. I was just going to pay a little ahead of time. And it's changed the way that I look at property because a good property in a good suburb doesn't suddenly become a bad property just because the market feels a bit expensive. We all know the market's going to move as well as interest rates and people's confidence, but great suburbs tend to stay great suburbs. So I missed out on that one, but I learned a lot from it and it's shaped the way that I invest ever since.